Good morning, 9R. I hope you enjoyed our latest quiz. So if you took the quiz last week, the grades should be up now. You should be able to see them, and you should also be able to see an answer key with it so you can see what you got wrong. Otherwise, that is it for Chapter 8. So now we're moving on to Unit 9, which is forgiveness. So what does it mean to be forgiving? Isn't forgiveness stuff for nerds who get pushed around? No, forgiving someone doesn't mean that you let yourself be pushed around, okay? It allows you to move on with your life being larger than your interpersonal conflict. So do you remember, oh man, a long time ago, like a couple months ago, we talked a little bit about forgiveness in class and how we talked about there's justice versus revenge, and how justice means that it's fair for everybody. Everyone gets kind of a resolution to the conflict, whereas revenge is when you just do something selfishly to get back at the person for doing something wrong to you, okay? So when did Jesus model forgiveness? So can you guys think of times when Jesus modeled forgiveness? And when have you? So when we do this project, think of sometimes when Jesus modeled forgiveness. So for instance, Jesus forgave the people that killed him on the cross, right? Openly, he said, "Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." So with that kind of statement, we're called to be like Jesus. So I'm not asking you to forgive people instantly, but you got to know that you got to forgive them and mean it. It can't come from a place of like, oh no, that's okay, it's all good. If someone punches you in the face and you're like, it's okay, it doesn't matter. That's not good. It does matter, right? So you need to have that conversation with them, have that conversation with yourself, see if you're ready to forgive them, and then move forward, okay? Think of a time in your life when you have practiced good forgiveness. Hopefully you can name a lot. Okay, so what is forgiveness then? Read page 182 in your textbook. You guys should still have those. And ask yourself, why should we forgive? What are the reasons, right? In the slideshow, there's a bunch of answer keys to this statement. So human nature, we should forgive because people make mistakes. Realistically, nobody's perfect. We should maintain or regain a friendship. Sometimes friends get in fights. Maintain family relationships. When I was younger, I used to have sleepovers at my grandmother's house with my cousins, and they're my best friends. Like, I talk to them about everything. But, on the second day of the sleepover, sometimes we'd get on each other's nerves, right? And I could have been like, I don't want to hang out with you guys anymore. We're done. That would have been horrible. Or they could have done that to me, because usually I was the one who was a little too loud, right? So we forgave each other, we move on, and we're still great buddies to this day. Ultimately, Jesus taught us to be forgiving. To forgive is to respect another person's dignity, not revenge. It's for what's best for the other person. So sometimes you do have to be the bigger person in a scenario, right? And you need to think, oh man, like they didn't mean to do this to me. And maybe even if they did, they weren't thinking right in their head. So I'm going to give them another chance, right? And I know lots of people get lots of chances. So it depends on which relationships we're talking about here. But ultimately, if you want to maintain a relationship, you've got to be able to forgive in that relationship. So next we move on to the next slide. I dug my key into the side. What happens when we simply choose not to forgive? So we're going to do a little experiment. That's going to be our project. Think of a way that you've been hurt, slighted, whatever you want to say, and I want you to actually devise a revenge plot, okay? And if you're like, well, Mr. Rino, nobody's ever hurt me. I've had perfect relationships. I've never gotten in a conflict once. Okay, that's fine. Make it up then. Okay, so consider what would be the consequences of actually carrying out this revenge. Now remember, grade 9s, 9R especially, there's a few of you in my class that I just have a feeling you're gonna take this very far. So keep it school appropriate to a certain extent. Think of the death scenes that I would allow in drama, and that's about as far as you should and can go. Okay, what would be the consequences of carrying out this revenge? Legally. So is there legal consequences to carrying out revenge on this person that hurt you? Physically, emotionally, psychologically, however you want to put that. Spiritually, we're all disciples of Jesus. So spiritually, if you seek revenge on somebody, are you truly acting as Jesus would want us to? And then would you feel better about yourself in the long run? I want you to think ahead and go, okay, after you get your revenge on this person, do you feel better about yourself? You're going to do this all in a rap project. Revenge of the rap, okay? I know you all hate me, but we're going to do another rap project. I love raps. Write a revenge rap outlining your revenge plot. Be sure to include legal, spiritual, and future psychological consequences. You only have to rap the first verse or chorus on Flipgrid. You are not required to rap the entire song, okay? Answer the question at the end of your Flipgrid really quick after you do it, after you throw down your beats. Say, in my opinion, is it better to forgive or seek out revenge? You're allowed to have your opinion. Based on this project, do you think you should seek revenge? Or do you think you need to use forgiveness? And then have fun watching everybody else's raps and question answers. The Flipgrid link is right there. Click it within the PowerPoint slide and upload your Flipgrid. Okay, so this could be anything. It could be like, Mom said, I don't know, let's think of a rap. I went to 7-Eleven. Being your friend is no longer a type of heaven. I want to end the friendship because you're not cool. I'm sick and tired of you always beating me in grades in school, right? It'd be like, okay, so maybe this person, your plot would be, this person wants to end the friendship because I get better grades than them in school. That's kind of sad for them. So, maybe you'd forgive them and say, hey, it's okay. We don't need to fight. Can I help you do better in school? Something like that. Or the revenge plot could be, I'm going to take them and make their grades worse by taking their study notes the day before. They want to be my friend? Awesome. I'm going to steal their study notes. All right. Does that make sense? Hopefully, if it doesn't, please email me. And if I get enough emails, then of course we'll have a Google Meet together to discuss the project a little further. Due date for this project is going to be this Friday coming up. So get this done. It should be quick, right? You only have to rap a verse or a chorus. And then if you'd like, you can give me a quick spiel like I just did about what the revenge plot is. Basically, what we're looking at this week is forgiveness. Should we do it? Or should we seek revenge? Hopefully the answer is we should do it. Have a great week, you guys, and I can't wait to listen to your raps.